Welcome back. Well, it's a pleasure to have a couple guests on that are going to be talking about something very important. From the Orange County Waste and Recycling Department, I'd like to welcome Christina Ham, and along with her is Giovanni Gomez. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
And I don't think we've had folks on from this department before, so it's nice. It's the start of the year. And let's start with you, Christina. Tell me exactly what you folks do before we kind of get into the recycling and the landfills and that sort of thing.
Sure. Well, we oversee the active as well as the closed landfills in Orange County. So there's 3 active landfills, 2 where both the public as well as commercial haulers can take items, and then 1 that's just for commercial. And we also oversee the household hazardous waste collection centers, but we are not your hauler. We are not who picks up your trash at your house.
That's a good point to make. So does that mean you work with the haulers to set up these programs and making sure that they are in compliance?
We definitely work with the haulers. Each city has a different hauler, or they could have the same one, but not every city in Orange County has the same hauler, but there is definitely things that we set up as far as what can be accepted, who will take what, if it's organic waste, food waste, things like that. That's all very specific to the hauler in the city. Okay,
and Giovanni, what exactly do you oversee? You look at regulations and...
Correct. So what I oversee is the 4 household hazardous waste collection centers. We have 1 in San Juan Capistrano, 1 in Irvine, 1 in Anaheim, and also 1 in Huntington Beach.
Okay.
Our centers are open to the public, but we only accept residential household hazardous waste, no businesses whatsoever. We're not permitted.
Okay.
And we take, from your basic Roundup, Clorox, oils, gasoline, batteries. We also provide these battery buckets to our residents.
So if somebody wants one of these, and
correct, go ahead and fill up your batteries, your alkalines, the 9 volts, AA batteries. You bring it into the center, we'll give you a brand new one.
Okay. Not brand new batteries.
Not brand new batteries, just a brand new bucket.
That would be nice.
And our centers are open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we do close on a rainy day. So for example, today being rainy, it's on and off. It just really depends on the weather.
Now, we've got these products out here, and I was asking Giovanni beforehand that I throw these away when they're empty, being that they're plastic or whatever it might be, and just with our hauler, we have a recycling bin, and that's what I throw those in because they're empty. Whatever it might be, probably the dish cleanser there, the Comet, I'd probably just throw that in the regular trash, because it's cardboard basically. But anything that's plastic, probably the metal can there, I would do that. The batteries I collect in our local library where I live has a center to drop those off at. So we do it that way.
Correct.
But the point that you're trying to make, both of you are trying to make, is if you still have product in these containers, that now becomes hazardous waste, and that has to be handled differently.
Correct, and that's where our centers come along, and residents are able to take their products to our household hazardous waste collection center, and it's disposed of properly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's literally a drive-through, all 4 of our centers. So you drive through, you have the stuff in the back of your car. We also take e-waste, so old TVs, old iPads, any electronics, especially after the new year. Those are a lot of things right now that people are looking to get rid of.
Okay, and along with that, what I think a lot of people may not realize, that if you have older devices, that quite often, at least I know with the Apple devices, you can take them to an Apple store, and they will always take them back. And you may get money for them, just depending how old they are, but they will always take them back. And so that's kind of good, and I imagine with other things you can take back as well. Yeah. One of the things I want to ask you, you mentioned these battery buckets here.
Yeah.
What about the batteries, the battery packs that power tools?
Yeah. We'll talk about the lithium ions batteries. Yeah, we'll take those as well. Rechargeable batteries, we'll take them. I just want to touch base more on the electronic portions of it. For example, laptops, telephones, we also accept those. And what we do with those is, for example, resident brings in a laptop, what we'll do is we'll break it in half in front of the resident so they know that it's been broken and it's no longer good usage. But we do recommend for the resident to make sure to wipe out everything On their hard
course.
drives.
Yes.
Yeah. We do recommend that.
Okay, that's a very good point.
And then iPhones, since those are really popular, cell phones will crack the screens, iPads will crack the screens in front of the resident as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to give them a sense of security, this is being thrown away
okay.
properly.
Yeah. In a way that kind of hurts me when I hear
You
what you're
don't want to see that happen.
But no, there's an important part to that.
I also want to touch base, the Household Hazardous Waste Collection Center, each one of them, we have it's called the MEP, which stands for the Material Exchange Program. Residents are more than welcome to go into our centers there. We have, it's like a mini store, in other words. They have products such as these that are available to the residents, five items per week per household.
Oh, okay.
Instead of going to your Home Depot buying some Windex, we might have it at our centers and it's free. So.
Wow,
or
I didn't know that.
Paint, you just need to touch up something and you just need, an off-white or a random color. You can get a little bit for free from us.
Wow.
So
okay.
It's kind of fun.
That is very good. So let's go back to talking about the landfills, and we're going to bring up this slide here, this graphic. And, in general, people hear landfills, all the stuff's gone in there, they just throw it in there, and that's the end of it. It's not. There's a lot of science and engineering to these.
Absolutely, yeah. This is definitely not your old mom and pop landfill or quarry. There's tons and tons of research and science that go into this, engineering. We build all of these different cells. We have liners, everything. All of the trash has methane collection systems in it as well. So when the trash breaks down and produces the methane gas, it's collected and then brought to a certain location at the landfill in order to be converted into energy. So we actually power about 35,000 homes in the county of Orange every year.
Wow.
So kind of the biggest feat of recycling, right? Turning trash literally into energy to power homes. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that is.
Most people don't know that we do that.
Now, the landfills, you said there's 3 active ones, is that right?
That's correct.
Is the one that you see up above the 241, is that a landfill up there? It's all that graded area?
Yeah, that's the Frank R. Bowerman landfill, also known as FRB.
Okay.
Yeah, that landfill itself is for commercial or business use only, so public is not allowed to go there.
Okay.
Yeah, our public landfills would be only the Brea Linda landfill in the city of Brea and San Juan Capistrano.
Okay.
Yeah.
But residents in Orange County can take tours of the landfill, which you are allowed to do. Okay. Which is really fun. You get to see all the exciting things we do. For example, for bird abatement, we use falcons and hawks to keep seagulls out. We also use goats for weed abatement, and we started using drones in the last couple of years too.
So when you talk about the other two, the San Juan and the Brea one, would that be what people used to refer to as the dump? Meaning you can bring stuff, I don't know too many people in this community who may do this, but you have your truck, you have old broken furniture, things like that, you can bring that out there.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, is there a fee for that?
Definitely, yeah. So it's $20 if it's under 880 pounds or $58.18 per ton.
Okay.
And there is also a $5 hard to handle fee for any items that exceed the 6-foot limit.
Okay.
And we only take cash or check, no credit card.
Okay, all right. So that's something that's good to know.
Yeah.
And there are some items we don't take, and I would encourage anyone, if you have something kind of unique, to call us first so you don't waste the time going down there. But in general, we don't take boats or cars or travel trailers or anything like that, or any hazardous waste.
Okay, all right. So,
sorry, correction on that. We do take boats, but it's on a disposal appointment basis only. So we do need advance notice.
Oh, okay.
Cars and other metal items, those go to like a metal recycling yard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, again, as far as the hazardous waste, where is the center for that? Is that the San Juan one?
There's also one located in San Juan, right in the landfill as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same so people can go there.
Yeah.
Now, one of the questions I had, and I don't know the answer to this because I've heard it both ways. When it comes to paint, can you take those back, to Home Depot and Lowe's like that? Will they handle those? Because I've heard both things. I don't know if it's by city, and I really don't know the answer to that.
I don't have the answer myself on that as well. We do take paint at our centers.
Okay.
And
All
we'll take it.
Because I know they take batteries back as far as the battery packs for sure.
Yes.
And I think even standard batteries, I think where I live, our Lowe's, well, you can go in there with the bag of those batteries and they take them. But right down the street is the official one with the library, so I go there.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably best to call.
Yeah, but that's good to know.
Yeah.
As far as people getting more information, just go onto the website, and if they forget, or what is everything considered a hazardous waste, what isn't, they can get the information on there, and there it is, ocgov.com/gov and /waste. If you forget that, just do what I do, OC Waste and Recycling, and it'll come up. And and again, they're not your hauler, so if you got a problem with trash collection,
Yes, but we do have a ton of information about where to recycle unique things like Christmas lights or whatever it might be, seasonally. And our actual direct website is oclandfills.com.
Ah, that's even better. That's the one that's how the one I found that one. Maybe I went the convoluted way, but
you can get there
good.
the way you said
okay.
too. And I just want to point out too, we have a pretty active social media feed, so you can follow us at OC Waste.
Okay, one more question, and that comes with light bulbs, fluorescent lights, and things like that. That is also considered hazardous waste.
Correct, and we do accept those at the center as well.
Okay, the old stuff, if people are just getting rid of incandescent single bulbs.
Those are trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe it's a good idea if you have a string of old Christmas lights.
Yeah, we'll take those.
You'll take those as well.
Right.
All right.
And then another thing I wanted to touch base is on sharps. We also take sharps at our center.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we do ask residents to bring them in those red approved containers. If they do not have one, a simple Clorox bottle just like this one, they can put in their needles inside of there and just duct tape the lid and also just write sharps on it, and we'll take it like that.
Okay,
yeah.
Very good. I appreciate you coming on. Great
Thank
information.
You. Thank you.
And it's something that we all try and do. But the main thing is, if these still have product in them, they're hazardous waste.
Correct.
If they're empty, you can recycle the plastic in the standard containers and make sure those get used. And I like the fact that the landfills actually produce energy.
Yeah. It's pretty
Very
exciting.
good. All right. Thank you very much for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
And we'll be right back.